or talked to those guys on day one in the first meeting. I said we're pretty thin at that group from the standpoint of numbers. We got 3, but feel really good about the quality of those 3. And we saw some of that yesterday in our first day. All 3 of them are very capable of being a starting quarterback in Division I football. To be honest, the 5-6 years that I've been around it, I've never had 3 in a position group where I felt that way. So, you look at them individually. I think Matt's a guy that has a lot of reps in our system right now because of spring football, and he was really the only one who was available and ready to compete due to a number of different reasons. But he's a guy who's very efficient. He has a little bit of experience in this type of scheme, not from junior college, but from high school. He's been trained pretty well, and he's very coachable. But he's a pretty good all-around football player, and athletic, and can do some things that way. And then K1 he's the only one who has Division I starting quarterbacking experience, and he's a guy that has a little swagger about him, and I think people really feed off his energy. There were times last year, looking at the film, where you can tell that he picked up the squad a little bit by his play. Obviously, with being part of a season like last year, obviously there's some negatives to that too, but he does have Division I starting experience, which is irreplaceable. But and then you look at Brandon Dowdy, and he's a young pup, but he brought a little to the table yesterday in practice, and he's got a great energy about him. Very just hungry to be a good quarterback, and he's going to put the work in. And he's probably more prototypical size-wise, but he is young, and he's got a lot of great room for development. I'm excited about coaching him.
What's going to be the one thing that elevates one guy ahead of the other?
That's a great question. I think the one thing that I talk to those guys about is when we look at scrimmage situations, is who's getting us in a position to score points. Not going to be too caught up in quarterback stats. If we go down the field and hand the ball off 15 times, and that quarterback led a touchdown drive, you led a touchdown drive. So we're going to see which quarterback can get us in a position to score points, and obviously we want to get in the end zone. So we're going to do a lot of drive charts with those guys throughout the course of fall camp. So he was leading our team.